Go see that. Well, here we go, moving right along. Now this is a Wishkah River, and we're looking from about where they're gonna, let's see, about where they're gonna start building the new hotel, which is gonna be right where the old KBKW was, and it'd be between Heron Street, and there wouldn't be any streets more. It'd be right where the historical ship place is. But anyway, this is actually one of the first pictures that was ever taken of Aberdeen that anybody knows of. This is Aberdeen's first birthday. That's what it looked like, but it was 1 year old. And the mill was already built. The mill, we're standing right where the mill is, and which was the A.J. West mill. And by that time, that was still the A.J. West mill. Excuse me. So move right along. Okay. Oh, here we go. Let's take a little shot of this thing right here. I want you to get a good shot. Now this is the biggest hotel, believe it or not. It used to be the biggest hotel on the West Coast, and it was in Moclips. And by 1911, it was practically gone. The ocean had washed it out. When the guy built it, there was some doctor. I can't remember what his name was, but he built this hotel. I think it had 300 rooms in it, something like that. But he built it right next to the water, and why he didn't know that it was eroding there year by year, and it just happened to be getting the worst part of the century was right then. And it's doing the same thing right now at Ocean Shores, actually. So them guys are getting all washed out at Ocean Shores now. Little by little, in a few years that'll be gone. But this, I even got some other pictures of this, real pictures that shows the hotel after it started washing out. And eventually they burned the rest of it. And this is an ad they had in the paper about Aberdeen, the city of Aberdeen. And I'm trying to remember. Okay, this is 1907, and the population of Aberdeen in 1907 was 14,000, and 10 years later there was 25,000 people here. But anyway, it told how many people there were on the payroll in Aberdeen, which was one heck of a lot of people. But they had just ad in the paper to draw people in from all over the world. And anyway, here's a mill from Hoquiam. This is a Bleggins mill in Hoquiam. No, I take that back. This ain't the Bleggins mill. This is ITT, the Rainier mill. I just got that the other day. And now it's still there, but half the mill is gone because they used to make everything else there, and now they just got a little bit of it. This is Heron Street in Aberdeen back in 1929, and this is where Kaufman Scroggs is right now, and it was then, but there was the Kaufman Leonard building at that time. This is the building that just burned down, and the upstairs part used to be a house of ill repute, which Harbor Rooms, which moved down to the old Hayes and Hayes Bank building later on. And right in next to that was the Bijou Theater, and that's what's there right now. And the Bijou Theater is there, but it is the VFW building now, and it's a beautiful building. And right next to that was a Savoy Hotel, which used to be a real swanky hotel. And they tore that about 30 years ago they tore that down. We go across the street from there, where the Failer building is. Actually now it's a Clevenger building. It used to be the Grays Harbor Railway and Light Company building. And if you look real close here, they had lights, electric lights, were all the way around the building, all the way around every window. And that was really quite a spectacle to see that building lit up at nighttime, which I would like to see happen right now, if it was possible. Here we have something very unusual. And this guy right here is yours truly. That's me when I was just a young punk kid. I was 17 years old, and I got a sailor's hat on. A year later I had an army hat on, for sure. And this guy is Whitey Abrahamson. He was one of the guys that was on our newspaper staff. That was one of the guys that him and his brother became the honorary members of our Croatian clan. And anyway, this was my ex-partner right here, John Bozic. He passed away 4 years ago, and he was with me here in this establishment till 1973. Then he went into business for himself at the Skipper Inn and John's Place. He bought two taverns, and he did good there until he passed away. Just anywhere we go, some lady gave me this. She found this at an antique auction somewhere, and this was made in 1917 when Woodrow Wilson was our president. So anyway, it's got all the presidents before him. Then I'm going to you could take a look at that. I got first I'll tell you what this is.
Okay, and Bronco, I need to tell you that we've got about 2 minutes of tape left.
2 minutes of tape left. Let's get this right here.
Okay.
Okay, these are the rigs that I saved when I was a young guy. It's all the candidates running for president, and I think they're mostly president. And I think the oldest, excuse me, I think the oldest one is Grant or something like that. I got one of McKinley in there. I think that, no, there's Harding, and but got lots of, there's our old buddy, Mr. Truman, and Roosevelt. And we go right along, and I think that we better go end of story until next week, okay?